Do I have a story time for you? Yep. Today has been an incredibly long day. I woke up at 3:30 a.m. this morning to get the bus to Dublin Airport. Thankfully, my Ryanair flight was on time, which was great. I flew into Glasgow and I had a couple hours to kill. Whenever I first got off the Glasgow Express, I started walking east and it was so sketchy. I saw this really cool church that had cool architecture though, so I decided to, before I looked up the next place to go, just to go check it out. And then there was some guy behind me that was trying to talk to me and he was just giving weird vibes, and then he like followed me into the church, so I just sat there for a couple minutes and then he tried approaching me again, but then once he went to go like sit back down in the church, I left. Got the bus to the west side, thank God, and oh my goodness, it was actually beautiful. I'm really glad I did that. I got breakfast at Urban West. I don't use TikTok, but I have an account solely for when I'm planning for trips. I'll download it and then look up recommendations because I do feel like TikTok's search engine is pretty good. And it had just opened because I think I landed at like 7 a.m. So after walking and everything, it was 9 by the time I got there. Had some coffee and breakfast. Then it started raining, so I went to that one museum, the Kelvington, and then I went to a certain bus station, got on a bus, and it was 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours of going on windy roads. The drive was beautiful, but I was starting to feel quite car sick. But the worst news is the entire reason I flew over here, the entire reason I got on a 3.5 hour bus ride is so that I could go do a boat tour, which was scheduled for tomorrow, but it's gonna be pissing rain. So they kept like changing the times, but I didn't think that they would cancel. They canceled, yeah, and I found out only an hour into the bus ride, and I think it would have felt less like 3.5 hours if the boat tour was going ahead, because I have been so that is the main reason I'm in Scotland right now. Like, I was so excited to do this boat tour. I am able to reschedule to Sunday, but they were saying depending on the weather, like fingers crossed, but we can't guarantee that it's gonna go ahead, but like we'll book you in for Sunday. So that kind of changes my plans because I was supposed to go back to Glasgow on Sunday, and I just need to figure out my Airbnb situation, and I need to like sort out some logistics. Now I definitely won't have time unless, you know, the boat tour doesn't go ahead. But like, I don't give a fuck about Glasgow City. It's cute, but I'm here for the boat tour. I want to see Fingal's Cave and I want to see puffins. I feel like me 3 years ago when I just moved here, any small thing that didn't go according to plan, I would freak out. But now I'm just like, it's annoying, but what can you do? On the positive side, I've started looking at e-bike rentals, and there is a cycle trail that goes through like the rolling mountains and stuff along the coast, which sounds like fun. It's not equivalent to seeing puffins in a really cool cave, but it's the next best thing, and I am here now, so might as well. And who knows, hopefully the boat tour goes ahead, but I need to get dinner. But just the thought of facing the world. Also, completely forgot to say, this entire day, this nostril, my nose has been bleeding all day. And I think it's the altitude, but oh my. Good morning. The fire alarm went off last night. And so I quickly packed up my things and put on a pair of pants just for it to turn off. I don't have a tripod, so I'm doing what I can. Breeze, colors, green, wonder, birds, flowers, rain, showers, friends, laughing, time, passing, us, running, tide, coming, sun, kissing, nothing is missing. I rented an e-bike.
Skin melting sand, stabbing parts, racing loud,
So squishy.
chasing blue, ladder hand, captured smile, blooming when you're here with me.
Just casually at a castle.
Stars, stellar, it all gets better.
He's gonna go make some pancakes. I'm definitely supposed to be up there. Floating through thin air, there's so much back and forth. Look at that big tree. At once I had confidence, and now I'm not so sure. Lipstick and new shoes, whatever time to me. The city it glitters, but I've learned it's not for me. It's not where my mind is, and that kinda scares me, 'cause it's too close to me. There's so much I could do, but I feel to hide this here. Stop being dramatic, I'm finding my feet so slowly to know the place. For the life that I don't have, or what I know who I am, or what this is, or what things are. The things that I dream of, they're not too far out of reach, just learn to let go. Yesterday, to be fair, I'd had a long ass day, but just renting an e-bike and seeing this makes you realize how lucky I am. I really am lucky. Things that I dream of, they're not too far out of reach. Just learn to let go while you're still finding your feet. Coming to the end of my cycle trip, and I've been trying to get a hold of the boat company that I was going to do the original tour with, and they're not answering my calls. So the next stop is West Coast Tours. I'm so tired. I was gonna get takeaway and eat it in here, but then I forgot how much I hate the smell of food residue in my room or wherever I'm staying. So I just went to some burger place. It was actually the same place that did my gelato ice cream yesterday. I don't know, it's just like a basic burger shop. And now I'm going to give you my rating of food in Oban. And as somebody that doesn't eat seafood, my options have left me no choice but a 2-star. I watched the Seaspiracy documentary a few months ago, and ever since then I don't eat seafood, and now that I've gravitated away from it, the more I think about it, it's really gross. Even thinking about salmon farms, that's disgusting, but just how unsustainable and dangerous the fishing industry is, and I just don't want to support that. Even if the fish is local from here, whatever, I can't eat fish. Anyway, not that anybody asked. Every bit of food I've had, every meal has been fine. It's like basic English / Irish / Scottish food. It's like bread, roasted vegetables, and if you order a sandwich, then most of it is bread. Anyway, the good news is that I went into the office of West Coast Tours, and they indeed confirmed that I will be going on the boat trip tomorrow. So I'm so excited. I did have to scramble and cancel my Airbnb, so I lost €50. Yep. For the hotel I'm staying at, I asked if I could stay another night, and this room won't be available, so I'll have to still check out. But I'm just gonna leave my luggage with them, and they did have another room available. So I'll be staying here another night, and that's £100 out the window. So I basically have no spending money left. Like, I really saved for this trip so that I could have like nice meals and not have to cheap out on stuff. Now this trip just looks slightly different, but that's okay. The main reason I came here, as I originally said yesterday, is for Fingal's Cave, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow, so I'm so happy. The guy at the bike shop was cute. He was yummy, but he was really nice and gave me a route to go on. I went along the coast, and I could have gone really far up to, like, there was a castle, I think 2 hours after, but by the time I got to that one like super scenic area, I was like, if I go anymore, I'm gonna pass out. Because I'm still so tired from waking up at 3 a.m. yesterday. So yeah, I made the right decision by turning around, and I made it here, dropped off that bike rental, got my dinner, and I've made some green tea again. Ooh, this is hot. I was gonna show you mine. Yeah, you can't see it, but green tea. And then I went to the little convenience store across the road and got my favorite candy. These are literal crack. My tummy is so full of like junk burger and fries food, and I also got a Pepsi, but you know what? I've been eating really good for the past like 3 months, so I'm gonna do my best to not feel guilty about it. I was gonna say I feel guilt-free, but do I actually? No. When I say I gasped, there's blue outside.
One night, like.
Face towards a new door, finding my place. This feels unfamiliar, like a step into space. A sense to explore things, what I have known.
In the loft, you will spot another mussel farm, and you may see
It's
some
these
of the
emotions, they force me to find a new place to call home. Hello, new world.
myself far away. Let the wind bear me. Hello, new world. Found a new island. Feel my life starting. Hello, new world. Brand new beginnings. Nothing to worry. Look at this world. The door leads to more now. Nothing can stop me. Life starts to feel straining. But I've made it this far. Learning real independence. I dance in the dark. But the world is a cruel one. It'll stir up some storms. Tossing and turning and wondering, what the hell am I here for? Hello, new world. Breathing fresh air throws out the bad memories. Hello, new world. Suddenly established, feel the wheels turning. Hello, new world. Times I looked back and thought, is this a good thing? Look at this world. If new is so good, then why am I not happy? I've seen the new world. Open the door and gain new perspective. I got the new world. It's okay to admit that I have limitations. Here's a new world. What needed to change are my high expectations. Where is my world? I found it right here when I live in the moment.
Passengers will disembark by way of the vehicle deck once all vehicles have been
I'm exhausted, but I had a really fun day and the evening was really pretty. There was like purple skies and it just created this purple hue in Oban, which was really nice. And before I log off for the day, I wanted to give a little show and tell of my expensive purchase. So since I had to book a last minute hotel for tonight instead of going back to Glasgow, that was £100 out the window. And I've been cheaping out on meals, which is fine. I don't care. I get this from my father, but like I'll cheap out on stuff and then the second I see something I really like, money is just a number. It is Monopoly cash. So, and my camera died. That is how, like, everything's dying. My phone is about to die. I bought these beautiful earrings. I'm really hoping you can see that. These are made of sterling silver. They are supposed to, they look like the rocks on Fingal's Cave, the Isle of Staffa, and I was like, take my money. Yep. I'm also gonna be getting a tattoo of the cave because I just think it's so cool. Like after the Isle of Staffa, I was like, okay, I'm good. We can go home now. I'm inserting this clip as I'm editing the vlog because I don't feel like I gave a really good debrief of my boat trip, but I saw dolphins and I saw puffins. Everyone was saying puffins don't really come out until May, so there wasn't a high chance of seeing them, but we saw so many. It's really hard to get them on camera because they're tiny. All these tourist websites will take really close-up photos of them, so I think a lot of tourists, including myself before the boat tour, thought that they were a lot bigger than they were, but I still thought that they were adorable. But yeah, it was an incredible trip, and I feel like for it being a full day experience, £97, which is equivalent to maybe 112 US dollars, is a really good deal. Like I was like, take my money, because it was such an amazing trip. I would highly recommend it to anybody. And there's even a lot that I didn't film because I wanted to take it in myself. So if this is something that you're interested in experiencing, even after watching this video, like you haven't seen all of it, like it is truly incredible. So I would rate my boat tour 10 out of 10, and I'm so glad it did not get cancelled. And now back to the video. Girl breakfast. My bus leaves at 7:45, which is the perfect time for every breakfast place to open and for me to leave. And I have to eat food, so this is my girl breakfast. This is the very first taste test on my channel, and it's of this 2-day-old strawberry that's been sitting in a plastic box. It's very sour. Oh well. I'm all packed. I need to leave for the bus like right now, but I'm gonna give you my 30-second review of where I stayed, which was the Royal Hotel. So I thought about this. 8 out of 10 is what I'm giving it. I paid £100 per night, and for the location and the customer service, it's a really lovely setup. I know some people that are solo traveling are looking for a cheaper alternative, and there were cheaper Airbnbs, but to be honest, since I am traveling by myself, my safety is a #1 priority, and the difference between £100 a night here versus the Airbnbs was like £10, and those Airbnbs looked very sketchy. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get the hotel. It's also a 2-minute walk from where the bus drops you off and the ferry port. Super close to everything, super close to all the food options. The room and the food here is very average, but I feel like I'm a hotel food hater. Like I don't think any hotel I've ever been to, even in New York City whenever I went in December, has good food. It's just overpriced average food. So besides like the room and everything, like customer service, the people here are lovely. And yeah, I would definitely recommend. Like I really liked it. Okay, let's go.